Whew, okay, so I have no idea how to start this, but I guess I'll just jump in and I can edit out whatever is really awkward. I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be some things in here that are inevitably kind of awkward that maybe I can't really edit out, or maybe I'll just keep in for, authenticity's sake. But whatever. Okay, let's get into it. So I'm starting a YouTube channel, and I want to walk through some of the reasons of why I am doing this. I have a lot of fears associated with starting this channel. Even making this video right now feels like really awkward, and I'm like, ugh. I'm feeling the self-cringe of it all. But I'm persisting, and I have a lot of reasons for that, which I will get into. But first, I want to get into all the reasons why starting a channel like this feels so scary. And I'm sure plenty of people can relate to this. So yeah, I'm just kind of gonna go through them all. So I would say like the biggest fear for me is a fear of being seen. Because when you decide to put yourself on, a platform, especially I feel like in video format where it's like you are being seen, you're being heard, like it's very like exposing in a way. And there's a lot of fears that branch off with that. So for me personally, it's a fear of like saying something stupid, or it's a fear of being really misunderstood and saying one thing and thinking that it's going to come across in a certain way, and then maybe it coming across in a way that I really didn't intend. The fear of causing harm. Sometimes in life, like we unintentionally cause harm. Like that's something that's really, really scary to me. The other one, also just like another branch off of the fear of being seen, is the fear of being seen trying. So this is new for me. Like this is scary. Like I feel the discomfort right now. And I'm sure I'm gonna feel even more discomfort while I'm editing this video and looking at myself, and then when I eventually upload it, and when people see it. And I am under no illusions, like this is a new YouTube channel, like I don't think many people are gonna see this, like probably it's just gonna be like my family and like a handful of my friends, so the stakes are pretty low, and yet like being seen in this way, seen of like being kind of awkward, being like, oh, like I don't really know what I'm doing, and like I'm just kind of trying this thing, but I don't really know if it's how it's going to work out or what this is really going to turn into for me. Whenever we start any kind of new like hobby or habit, I feel like especially the older you get, it's like there's this, like we feel more scared to try new things. I think because it's uncomfortable to try new things. It's also, I think there is that fear of being seen trying, where it's like if you're doing something and you're not doing it well, then it's like, oh, why am I even really doing this at all? And like, why am I doing things if I'm not like good at them? And I don't know, it's like that all comes, I think, from, old programming and like woundings from our past, or from other people in our life. But yeah, I think being seen trying is a rough one. So another one is fear of rejection. So this, I think, is a pretty obvious one that I don't really have to explain too hard, but I think the fear of rejection for me, at least in this platform, is feeling like, oh, like what if I do like a really bad job? What if I'm just really bad at making videos and like being an engaging sort of person to watch? And it's like the fear that you're going to receive like negative feedback from people, but then the other side of that is the fear that you're just not going to get any feedback at all. Like, being completely ignored can sometimes feel worse than just outright being rejected. They're both pretty bad, honestly. Maybe you can't even really rate them against each other. I think they both kind of suck. Anyways, I've gone through a lot of the fears, so now I want to go through, despite having all these fears, why I'm here, why I'm making this video right now. And a big part of it is because I want to move through these fears. I'm afraid of being seen, I'm afraid of being rejected, I'm afraid of just being really bad at this. I kind of just want to like let go of all that and push myself past the fears, because I think that there is really no better way in this world to like grow internally as a person than by facing your fears and realizing that so many of the things that you worked up so hard in your mind are like really not that bad, or like not what you thought. I think that so many of my fears surrounding this are just like really illusory. Like in my head, I'm creating all these stories of, you know, what it would be like for me to be a person that posts on YouTube and how scary all that is. But at the end of the day, it's like I'm just making all that up in my head. Like I don't know what this will actually be like. I have no idea. Like I'll have no idea until I actually start really experiencing it. So I guess this is just my attempt right now to start experiencing all of that and seeing for myself what happens when I post on this platform. One big reason I also want to post on YouTube is that I've always wanted to. Like I really grew up on YouTube. Like, I followed so many different like amazing YouTubers, many of which still are around, and it was super, super inspiring to me. And I remember I was like dreaming and wishing like, oh, like I wish that I had the confidence to like post videos like they do. And actually, when I was in high school, I tried to make a video. Well, I actually did make a video. I made this like little skit and I posted it to YouTube, and I thought in my head like, okay, like I'm gonna start doing this, I'm gonna start making videos and like see what happens and like be creative in this way. And then I think I had that video up for like maybe a couple days, if that, and then just got way too overwhelmed with the self-cringe of it all, and then I took it down. And I was like, I can't do this, like I'm not cut out for this, and I really closed up. And now I'm like, well, I'm a lot older and we're all gonna die one day, so I might as well just try this out and see how it goes. One fear that I guess I forgot to go through is a fear of regret. There's two sides to that, because there's the fear of regret of like, okay, what if I post a video and then later on in my life I'm like, oh god, like that's so cringe or embarrassing or whatever the case is. But then there's the other side of that, where there's the fear of regret of me never trying this. And I think that one right now, that regret is like more weighted than the other one. So I think because of that, I really owe it to myself to just try this out, because I've always wanted to. And I think that if I don't try to post videos in this way and like share myself in this way, then I'll always kind of think like, oh, you know, like I wish I had challenged myself in that way. I wish I had at least tried, just to see what'll happen. In terms of theme for this channel, I really don't know yet. I don't know if this is going to be a thing where I'm just kind of talking about something. I've also been thinking about video essays. I'm also interested in making short films. I mean, maybe I'm gonna do all of these things. I don't really know, because this is still new, but you gotta start somewhere, so I'm starting here. And a really big benefit of starting fresh and trying new things is that I don't have to be held to anyone's standard or, you know, pigeonhole myself in anything. Like, I could just try different things and see what works. But yeah, I hope this video hasn't been super boring. Maybe it has been, I don't really know. But if you've resonated at all, or if you're interested in following the journey, I would love to have you along. So yeah, subscribe if you want to. I will be here. And I don't really know what's next, but I'm at least very much looking forward to conquering a lot of these fears and seeing who I can become on the other side. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Okay. massage. We fucking got this. Cool. Let me start over. Sit up straight. Confidence. So, I'm starting YouTube.